As you well know, the tech industry is touting AI as the future, but for some, it could be there forever. You see, in Japan, one woman tied the knot with her AI-generated boyfriend in a symbolic wedding ceremony. She even used augmented reality glasses to put a ring on his finger, using loose quotes there. And as strange as it may sound, and you see her tearing up, she's not alone in leaning on AI for romance. You see, a new study from Vantage Point Counseling Services shows more than a quarter of U.S. adults, you see 28% there, have an intimate relationship with a chatbot. Melissa Perry is here. She's the Dean of George Mason University's College of Public Health. She also writes a column for Psychology Today on technology's impact on human connections. Melissa, good morning. What do you make of that finding? I'm completely shocked the number is so high. And why are people drawn to having intimate connections with AI in the first place?
Good morning. Yes, in fact, I don't know if it's that surprising, to be honest. If you think about it, first of all, we have a very well-established epidemic of loneliness. And this has been increasing for some time now. It really is a public health issue. And I reflect back to 2007. It was a hallmark moment when the smartphone came on the market. Yeah. And since that time, 18 years, we've grown so comfortable with our screens, with our machines, whether or not they be computers or on our smartphones. And so the fact that we're going one step further to have a more connected, intimate relationship with AI really isn't surprising based on where we've come from.
And, you know, you're making a great point, because while I and other folks may say, well, I wouldn't go that far, the loneliness plus the intimacy of having and sharing private information with something that remembers you and all that you've shared with it, I guess can be quite powerful. But what are the risks here of relying on AI? I know some people give it a name, give it a voice, and start to treat it as if it's a person.
Yes, you mentioned a really important concept, and that's intimacy. The fact that you can feel so connected and intimate with the machine really amplifies those emotions. We just completed a survey of 1,000 people and asked them about their relationships with AI, and the majority said that they do turn to AI for some kind of solace, some kind of support, some kind of connection for solving life's problems. The real issue is when AI replaces human connection. That's what we need to be focused on. We are a social being. We need each other. We cannot turn to AI. It can be a supplement, but it can't be a replacement for the critical importance of human bonds and connections.
So, Melissa, last question here. How do we do that? How do we make sure people reconnect with each other and avoid the isolation that leads to this?
There are all sorts of ways that you can take a break from your screens, all sorts of ways. And we see lots of data from students, from adults who say that they are stressed. I've referred to it as techno-stress. So imagine being very intentional and recognizing the kinds of emotional reactions that you're having when you're spending so much time on screen, and also recognizing that when you're intensely communicating with AI, it's actually an algorithm. It's a machine. Right. It's a predictive algorithm. It's not a human being on the other end. Keep that in check, keep that in mind, and make time for human connection.
Yeah, you know what? Techno Stress sounds like a good name for a band that you can go see live with your friends. Dr. Melissa Perry, great to chat with you. Happy holidays. Appreciate you being with us.
Same to you. Thank you so much.